Hello guys, it is Sunday, July 28th. I'm down at the Lee Valley campsite in Sewardstown, which is, I gather, part of London, Greater London. Um, so the last video I put up, I was up in Whitby, up on the coast, and that's 250 miles or so north of here. So I'd done a lot of videos, video recording and stuff, and kind of found that when I'm driving, it's not really a distraction, but I've got the camera on the dash, and I like listening to music when I drive, but when I record, I see something, I got to turn the music down, record, all that stuff. So I've been playing that juggling game, which is fine. But when I left Whitby, I really needed to get down here to London in a day. So it said it was like a 4.5 hour trip, which, yeah, it wasn't going to work with the bus. I mean, it wasn't going to be that quick. So I basically got into just driving mode and didn't record anything since I've left Whitby, especially driving. So I just had to make I left there at like 2 o'clock on a Sunday, and got down here 10 o'clock at night, which was later than I wanted, but I just needed to get that done in one chunk. So there was a big traffic jam in Leeds on the way down. It lost over an hour. So it was a good run, and just like I said, just got back into long distance driving mode. So I've been down here since the 21st, Monday. So today's Sunday, so it was previous Monday I got here. And I had an appointment in London that I needed to come down for. So that's why I'm here. Normally I don't plan to stay in campgrounds this long, but because of that, and I got to go back on Tuesday. So I've been at this campground, which is a nice campground, and it's a nice area for riding the motorcycle around, and very convenient to get into London. From here, there's a bus stop literally right outside the campground gate. Take a double-decker bus down to Walthamstow, and then there's a tube station there that goes right into London. So it was very convenient. So when I went in, I did a lot of walking that day. I also had a ticket for the London Dungeon that my group of teachers at CMS gave me as a gift, so I thank them very much for that. It was a great time. So I did a lot of walking. So I ended up walking past the Pakistani embassy. Well, it didn't happen to walk past it. I purposely found it and walked over to it. And if you are familiar with the Italian Job movie, you'll know why I had to go see the Pakistani embassy. And then ended up walking past Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, and the Parliament building to get across the Thames to go see the London Dungeon, which is right next to the London Eye, which I'm not going on. I don't do Ferris wheels. They're scary. So that was a fun day down there in London. Very crowded at points, but it was still a good day to walk around. So then I spent a couple days here at the campground going through all the footage, and I've uploaded like 6 or 7 videos over the past week, or videos from the past week or so, but I uploaded those yesterday. So I'm up to date with videos, basically. I'll throw a few in here. I did some walking. There's a walking path. So there are these lakes, man-made lakes, and this river that's near the campground. So I just took a nice long walk, saw this bridge. So I'm gonna do a little more exploring, pick some blackberries. So I came in from that direction and all the way down the left side of this river, way around the corner. So I'm going to go up to the right here and take a look at the lakes. It looks like you can see some of the buildings of London off in the distance there, so I'll get another shot up there. Okay, another little bridge just around the corner from the other one. Looks just like a marsh. And there's some family picking some blackberries back over there. So, it looks like a power station maybe? I'm not sure. My goal is to go left. I saw a staircase going up the banking. I'm not sure I can get up there. I'll do a little more exploring and see what I can find. Okay, these weren't the horses from before, but they've got fluffy feet. Oh, he's doing his business. They've got fluffy feet. I'm not sure what breed these are, but somebody ought to know. And there's another one. Oh, come around this bush. Another one over here. Looks like he's got some fluff on his chin too. Don't know, but I'll keep exploring. Okay, so it looks like some sort of hydroelectric setup. This looks like an output from the big lakes that are up over here. And so it doesn't look like there's any access up there. So I'm gonna start heading back. But it's been a nice walk, beautiful day, and I'll get some blackberries on my way back. Right behind the campground, so I did some walking there and got some blueberries and made a not blueberries, blackberries. They're in season now and they're all over the place. So I made a blackberry pie and shared it with two couples that were parked next to me here in the campground. So I had a nice time hanging out with them last night and sharing the blackberry pie, and it came out really nice. And they had some custard, so it's like a very liquidy custard that they just pour over the top. So that was a neat way to do it. So instead of having ice cream or something. Let's see, what else did I do? Check my notes here. Oh yeah, one thing on motorcycle riding I've discovered, and I've checked with a few other riders as well. So you're going down just city streets or whatever and the traffic gets backed up. The motorcycles are allowed to lane split and go down between the lanes and just cut to the front. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll just sit. I don't have I'm not in a big rush anyway. And a lot of the little scooters are food delivery guys and girls. So, they're trying to make time. So they'll buzz right down between the oncoming traffic and not between them, but between the lanes. And once in a while, there's a little sort of a space in between the two lanes that I feel comfortable doing, but I'm not going to just blindly fly down the outside of the cars. But lane splitting, if two lanes going the same direction, you can weave in the middle, and I've done that a few times too. But only when I feel comfortable with it. It's not something I'm going to just start doing blindly. Done a few little modifications to the bus. I've got some of those little white hooks you screw in, and there's the window that's right next to the bunk that looks into the garage. So instead of putting a curtain across the window, I just put hooks across the top, and then I hang my sweatshirts and flannel shirts from that. So it's a place to hang the shirts, and it becomes a curtain. So dual purpose. And so I'm kind of coming up with little things like that. I also bought a Max View router. So it's the little antenna, round antenna that goes on top of the bus, and you put a SIM card in it, and it can pick up cell phone signal, and then it'll broadcast it within the bus as a Wi-Fi signal. So I can connect all my devices to that, and it will also pick up like the Wi-Fi service here at the campground, and then rebroadcast that to my own little router. So that's seen that on a lot of other campers, and it seems to work pretty well. So it'll just So now it's just a little black bubble that sits on top of the bus. So that worked out pretty well. I bought the Italian job, little Mini Coopers, and then that bus that's the right style but not the right color, and I'm starting to paint that up. I got the blue on it now. I'm gonna let that cure a little bit, then I'll start painting the red and the white. So we'll see how that comes out. I think it'll look pretty good. And I think that the big thing is just that I'm chilling here for, I think it's going to be over 10 days by the time I get out of here. But I'm just relaxing. So, get up in the morning. I don't have to go anywhere. If I want to go take a little bike ride or something, then there's lots of little country roads I can go explore with the bike, or walk up and down the Lee River here and meet some more of the horses that have just been let loose on it. There's a couple horse farms up the road, or up the path, I discovered. So they must just let them out and to let them roam up and down the path, eating the blackberries and things. So that's pretty cool. So I will get back into doing some on-the-road videos once I get back on the road. The goal next is to head over towards Dover and get over to France and Italy. So maybe another week or so here in the UK, and then we'll start I'll start exploring other countries, and we'll see how that goes. So again, thanks for joining, and I'll let you know when I leave here and start heading over across the English Channel. Thanks.